Hey everyone, this is News for Boobs, bringing you a quick little update video about the Xbox One DRM and internet policies. And just as a disclaimer, in case anything is wrong in this video or outdated, just leave a comment below and I'll be sure to update this video to make sure that it has the most accurate stats that I know of. So first off, with the Xbox One, you're going to have to download all your games onto your console. Even if you get them on the disc, you'll put in your disc, it'll download the game onto your console, and then after that you won't need the disc anymore. You can just read it off of your console just like you could with the Xbox 360, but now this is mandatory that you have to download it onto the hard drive. And then once this happens, that game is then locked onto your account and console. And this is allows you to, if you have anyone over, any account on your console can play that game, but if you go to someone else's console, you can only play that game off of your account and no one else's. So basically this kind of stops the sharing of games in that it really just locks it into that one console and that one account really, and it kind of, you have to be logged into your account to be on a different console of your friends, and then once you log out you lose that access to those games. They have said that they have like a family plan in place, that you can have 10 accounts that are counted as family and can access your whole in-game collection, and that you and one of the 10 people can be playing at the same time. This kind of seems like it's almost worse in the way in that they're like letting 10 people just free access into it, so I do think they need to clarify that a bit, as that seems a bit contradictory and almost too good to be true from the otherwise harsher stance of kind of locking games to just one person. And about lending games to friends, like I said earlier, if you go to a friend's house, if you're on your account you can play the game, but your friend's account can't play that game, even though they have had to have downloaded it for you to be able to play it off of your account. However, after you've been on a friends list for 30 days, you're able to transfer the game off of your account and console, I believe, to your friend's account and console, wiping it off of yours, so that way no longer will your console be able to play it unless it's off of your friend's account, and it'll basically just be like changing hands like that. But supposedly this can only be done once, so I don't know if that means that after that your friend can't even trade it in, but that's kind of what it seems like, in that basically this trading in process or trades at all is a one-time thing to limit from like games constantly going hand to hand and taken away from new game sales. And with used games, Microsoft has said it's up to the publishers if they allow the resale of games, and with the internet checks every 24 hours, the console will be able to check and verify that you have the legitimate game that you're able to play all the time. So it's up to really the publishers if they want their games to be resold at, and this basically allows them to track what the used games are traded in, and allows them to get a profit that was otherwise taken away from them with the used game market. As before, really all the profits always went to GameStop, but now Microsoft and the publishers will be able to get a chunk of the used game market. Overall, I think it's a bit harsh. I usually only buy used games when it comes to basically when they're really old games and you can't really find them new anywhere. And you know, it's kind of a letdown to see that they are going to this strict of thing where they're logging them to your account, locking them to your system, and then if possible some publishers won't even allow the resale of used games. So it's kind of disappointing to hear. And then along with the internet checks every 24 hours to authenticate, really, it's really causing a backlash on the internet, as if you're watching this video you probably already know about, and it's really pushing a lot of people towards the PS4. Whether this is actually a true factor in the console wars remains to be seen until the actual sales numbers are out, which won't happen until November and later. But I think that really I would have just kept the used game market unless there was really that much pressure from the publishers. But really Xbox is just trying to say it's up to the publishers, so that way if they do limit used games, the blame's on them. So it'll be interesting to see the fallout of this, and if they do actually change their this system later just because of the backlash. So if there's any more information, I'll be sure to update the video, but for now I'd like to thank you guys for watching and have a good day.